Hi, my name is AJ Cole, and I'm the punter for the Las Vegas Raiders. And you are now watching Spotlight Raiders Talk.
What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Can y'all hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all in the building. Let me know, because we're going to talk about this game. What is going on, Raider Nation? What is going on? Your boy is here, and we are live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Let me turn the music on real quick. Let me turn the music on that I got for us. I don't know which one. Did I add it on here? I don't think I did. But what is going on, everybody? Um, what's going on? We're definitely in the building. So make sure y'all come on in, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We really do appreciate all the love and the support from being at the live stream last night, man. The live stream last night was pretty amazing. I don't think anybody could really top what was played. You know what I'm saying? You really can't top it. It's really hard to top what we did, man. Shout out to my boy Raider Ben. He just came in, but shout out to Dominique 5 on YouTube. Shout out to Matthew Lincoln on Facebook. What's going on? Hector Horter, what's going on? Raider Ben says, Spotlight wanted to come and hit the like for you, brother. I've been having bad anxiety, so I'm gonna go outside for a bit, try to distract my mind. I'm gonna lock you into the podcast Friday night, brother. We're gonna probably have to hold off Friday night. Are you doing a preview Saturday night? Let me know, Raider Ben, because Friday night I've totally forgot that my aunt's birthday is Friday night, so I totally forgot about it. And I gotta figure out a way. But shout out to my network, which is Off the Ball Network. Shout out to them. Shout out to my boy Chris, got me on here. Doing stuff for Off the Ball Network. I'm definitely coming back to the Sports Zone podcast. I will be coming back to that this week, so you definitely don't want to miss that out, man. Yeah, DM me on Instagram because I wish she was doing it earlier because her podcast her party is from 8 to like 12 just on the East Coast. So that kind of sucks, man. Yeah, we'll definitely talk, bro. We'll definitely talk. But I'm definitely in the building for a reaction Monday. Raider Ben, if you do want to call up to the show, let me know. Absolutely, if you want to call up to the show, we actually will be opening up the lines real soon. So it's all love, it's all gravy here. But what is going on, everybody? What is going on? It is your boy Darren coming to you live with another video. I'm trying to get my setup a little bit different now. Trying to get my setup because I try to rearrange my room, and I know I gotta still get more Raider stuff on this side to make it look more filled. But hey, it's just a start for right now. It's just a start. But how do y'all feel about the game yesterday, man? How do y'all feel about the game? Because the game was really good. It was really good. And the Raiders, they showed some heart, man. They really showed some heart. And I loved it. I love the fact that we didn't quit. We didn't give up. We showed pride. That's what we did. We showed pride in ourselves in this game. And I love the fact that even though that we had some crucial calls by Josh McDaniels, some questionable calls by Josh McDaniels, and some questionable calls by the refs, then that's what I'm going to get into with Matthew Lincoln, because he did say that were the calls right for Metcalf in the pass incomplete and the Josh Jacobs fumble, I thought should have had both. But this is the thing, Matthew Lincoln. Let me just comment on this. Let me bring this down a little bit because I feel like I'm away. But let me just tell you this, Matthew Lincoln. I thought the catch wasn't incomplete. And I'm gonna tell you why Metcalf's catch wasn't incomplete. Because according to the rule, right? According to the rule, it states that you have to have full control no matter if you roll out of bounds or not. You still have to have full control. So when he rolled over, he lost the football. So that considers it an incomplete pass. This is according to the rule. That's what I'm saying. This is according to the rule. So with that being said, the Metcalf thing was a good call. It was an incomplete pass. Because if you look at the live stream, if you was there at the live stream yesterday, I thought it was a catch. And Raider Champion was in the chat like, whoa, this is not a catch. I'm like, bro, he had control by the time he rolled over. And by the time he rolled over, and I had to look at him like, wait, that ball starts to bobble by the time he gets out of bounds. That's not fully controlled. So with that being said, I'm like, all right, this is an incomplete pass. Now for Josh Jacobs' fumble. The reason why the Josh Jacobs fumble did not go, because the forward progress was already stated and the whistle was blown. So that's why they called that. That's why it wasn't reviewable, because it was already the forward progress. The forward progress already proceeded through. That's why they did not call a fumble, or you could not review a forward progress play that pushed you back and then you fumble. You get what I'm saying? So you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that. So that's what the explanation that I got. Jay Nels, what's going on? Jay Nels, what's going on? Chad, what's going on? Thank y'all for tuning in to the podcast. Thank y'all for tuning into the show. Really do appreciate it. Reaction Monday. It's been a long time since I did one of these. Y'all know I'm classic for these Reaction Mondays, but we're going to open up the phone lines soon. We wait for more people to get up in here so people could call up, and we could talk about the game and stuff like that. But this is mainly for y'all. This is mainly, I do this reaction show for y'all. I do it for y'all and y'all only, because of the fact that y'all so passionate about Reaction Monday. And I know I can get crazy on Reaction Monday. I know I could argue a fan down on Reaction Monday, but that's why it's called Reaction Monday for a reason. That's why it's called that. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called it. It's called Reaction Monday for a reason. So at the end of the day, man, shout out to everybody that was at we have over almost 4,000 views on that live stream from yesterday. So hopefully we can probably get those same numbers in today, y'all. But I want to talk about the game a little bit more. Definitely get into the stats and get into the team stats as well, because I want to start doing, breakdown film, but I want to do it for members only. So if you do want to become a member of the Spotlight Raiders Talk, all you got to do is hit that join button and you can become a member of the Spotlight Raiders Talk. KC Worldwide, what's going on, KC Worldwide? What's up? That is my niece, y'all. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my niece. Make sure you go subscribe to my older niece, man. That's my older niece, and she has a YouTube channel. So make sure y'all go and subscribe to her channel, y'all. Subscribe to her channel, because she's a great person. She had vlogs when she was in Africa. It's great. So make sure y'all go subscribe to KC Worldwide. Chad says, Darian, where do you see Odell Beckham signing? After what happened, which I'll talk about on the Sports Zone podcast, make sure y'all go subscribe to the Sports Zone podcast. I will put that in there. So I would definitely put that in my comments to subscribe to the Sports Zone podcast. But me personally, I don't think Odell Beckham Jr. is going to get signed. I just don't think so. I just don't think so. I don't want him coming to the Raiders. We do not need that. We do not need that distraction. We just don't. We don't need that distraction from Odell. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She said, hey, Unc. Thank you, everyone. Hey, KC. Thanks, Unc. No problem. No problem, Nisi. I got you. BI was good. What's the dealio, bro? What's the dealio? We are in the building, y'all, but I got to throw this in here. I got to throw it in here.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Had to throw that in there. I had to throw that in there because at the end of the day, this team gets a great win. Sin, what's going on, Sin? Sin, what's goody, brother? What's goody? Thank you for tuning into the show. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna open up the phone lines or not. If not, then I might just take the questions in here. Or if anybody wants to come up to the show, let me know and I will send you the link and we'll go from there. But let's talk about the game yesterday, y'all. Let's talk about it because this Raiders game started out pretty slow for us, man. Matthew Lincoln says Odell got kicked off the flight and for not listening to a flight attendant. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. KC, I just subscribed to your channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to my niece KC Worldwide, y'all. Make sure y'all go subscribe to KC Worldwide because we got to get to this game and talk about this game a little bit. And I'm gonna just be real with y'all from start to bottom. If you was not in the live stream, you see how I was. Y'all see how I was. Simple as that. So let's get down to it. Hey, Viv, make sure you subscribe to me, niecey. That's my other niece right there, y'all. That's Vivian. But says I'm not going to lie. The way this game started out yesterday, I had a feeling that we were going to lose. I didn't think that way. And I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't think that way because of this, right? Because this is what happens when you get a slow start, you know? This is what happens when you get a slow start. And I'm going to be completely honest. Like, I was doing the live stream, like, damn, he threw the first pick. Yeah, he threw the first pick. Okay. Yeah, he threw the first pick. And I was like, shit. Kenneth Walker scored. Damn. Okay, Kenneth Walker scored. Let's do something about this. And then our offense came out. And tied the game up at 7. That's what we did. We drove right down the field that following drive. If you do not remember, we went right down the field on that following drive, and then Derek Carr threw that pass to Amir Abdullah for a touchdown. So that was the response. That we got for the Las Vegas Raiders. That was the response that we needed. And we tied the game up at 7. That's exactly what we did. So right after that, it was just a back and forth game overall. Because as I'm looking at the play-by-play, did you hear Carr first pick to the Seahawks to put someone on that play while it was playing? Well, just came to my attention that the extra sea chicken player came off the sidelines during our opening play during Carr's interception. Can you shout me out? I'm trying to have a YouTube channel. Shout out to my niece Viv. She's trying to have a YouTube channel. So shout out to her. She's pretty dope, y'all. Make sure y'all go and support her. I did not know that at all. I did not know that somebody was coming on the field while that play was happening. I did not see that video. Somebody, if y'all follow me on Instagram, you follow me on Instagram or you follow me on Twitter, it's at the bottom of the screen right here. This is my Twitter, Spotlight RN Talk, and Instagram, Spotlight Raiders Talk. Send the video to me because I did not know that at all. I had no clue. At all. So just going through it was number 50. I thought number 50 was Tanner Muse. Ain't Tanner Muse a former Raider, if I'm not mistaken? Isn't he a former Raider, if I'm not mistaken? That's what I thought. I thought he was a former Raider. The 12th man, technically, yeah, it was number 52. He came off the bench during Derek Carr's first interception. And if you go to it, watch the video. I might have to watch the highlights of that game. I might have to watch the highlights of that game. That's what I might just have to do. I have to watch the highlights of that game. But at the end of the day, y'all, during the play-by-play, if you want to go down from the first to the fourth quarter, the Seahawks scored, then we scored. Then they punt. Technically, it was the interception, then the touchdown, then our touchdown, and then the Seattle Seahawks punted, and then we had another interception right after they punted the ball. Then we punted the ball. Like it was very, very back and forth. Very, very back and forth the whole game. Hector Horta says, how's my day going? My day is going beautiful, man. My day was going beautiful. My day was great. It was good that the Raiders get a win, and we don't have to sit up on these live streams and stress. We don't have to sit up on these live streams and stress. So that's the good part about it. 2 games in a row, we get a win. You can't be mad at it. Can't be mad at it at all. So when it comes down to this game, man, I'm so proud of how this team played in the last 2 weeks. Even though it wasn't the best looking Raiders that we wanted, it was a great game overall. Yeah, that was Tanner Muse that Gruden signed. Yeah, it was Tanner Muse that he drafted. That's the person that he drafted, unfortunately. So shout out to the Raiders, man. They fought in there. They went when we threw 2 interceptions. We didn't quit. That's the one thing I loved about this Raiders team. We did not quit at all. And I'm gonna just keep it a buck because I could come on here and be real with y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all know I could come on here and be real with y'all and let y'all know how this team is doing. And this is who we are. If we have to win games in overtime every single week just to get back at playoff contention, which I don't want to think playoffs. So I'm just saying, if we win another game in overtime, I guess it's meant for us to win games in overtime instead of in regulation. Honestly, Raider Reaction Sports posted the video and talked about it. Really interesting. That's really, really interesting. But this game was overall a great game. We did not back down. We counterpunched everything that the Seahawks wanted to do. And I got to give a big shout out because I really, really had a real issue with this, even though we gave up 34 points on defense, right? And that's going to happen. That's what we know of the Raiders, to give up points. We know that already. We know about this defense giving up points. A win is a win. Absolutely, a win is a win. But what I have to say is this. This front 4 of the Las Vegas Raiders stopped a damn near a rookie of the year in Kenneth Walker III. This guy came into the game averaging 4 to 5 yards a carry. We held him to 1.9 yard a carry. The man only had he had 2 tuds. He had 2 touchdowns. Cool. But he only averaged 1.9 yards a carry. And he only had 26 yards on the game. So I got to give a shout out to this defense. I really got to, because this defense, that front 4 or that front 7 did what they needed to do. They did what needed to be done, and shout out to them. Clap it up for the defense. Clap it up for the defense again. I'm going to play it again. Clap it up for the defense. I'm not going to lie. I even though I was afraid of this defense, don't get me wrong, I was afraid of this defense to get back on the field. But Max Crosby, he came out, he was in that 4th quarter when it was clutch, where we needed a 3 and out, he was there to get the sacks on Geno Smith. Adam Young does say that, hey, Spot, do you really think that we still can make the playoffs? I don't want to think that far. That's the one thing about me. I don't want to think that far. I don't want to jinx the momentum. I just don't. I don't want to jinx the momentum, because if I jinx the momentum of that, then we go back to square one. So I'm trying to ride this momentum as much as possible. I'm trying to ride this momentum. So with this momentum going in, I'm taking it one game at a time. That's me. I'm taking it one game at a time. B. Al says 3 or 4 more wins in the next 6 games will show us the right direction in the next season. Let me just play this. Let me just play this real quick though. I'm gonna turn it down. Sorry. Let me go back to add the music real quick. But yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah, I'm just confident in the next games. Honestly, that's just me. I'm just confident in the next games that we have. So when it comes down to it, playoffs, I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about playoffs at this point. I'm really not. But do it put us back in playoff contention? It's a possibility. But am I thinking playoffs right now? No, BL said 3 or more wins in the next 6 games will show us where we're going in the right direction for next season. Absolutely. I agree. I agree 100%. It is music a little bit. I want to play some music during the live stream. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be boring. So Matthew Lincoln says, he says, do you give credit to Chandler Jones for the fumble recovery, or it was just a bad play call from Geno? I could say this. It wasn't a bad play call from Geno. It was just a bad running back quarterback exchange. And Chandler Jones was in the midst of that. So I give credit to Chandler Jones for recovering the fumble, because he was already in the backfield when that exchange happened. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, y'all. Understand Chandler Jones has not been doing his best. I completely understand that he has not been doing his best, but he was there at the right time. He was there at the right time. How can you be mad at that? Like, he was there at the right time. He was at the right place at the right time. But he was in the backfield, and it was a bad exchange between Geno and Kenneth Walker. And I'm taking that. So, yeah, I'm giving him credit. I'm not giving him full credit. Was he in the midst of that happening? Yes. Did he get the turnover for us? Yes. The fumble recovery, I take it. Cesar Martin said pick play on the 4th and inches, not settling for a field goal when you go inside the 10. Play calling and game management was suspect. Yeah, it absolutely was suspect. It definitely was suspect. I really went off on Josh McDaniels when he called a pitch play to Josh Jacobs on 4th and inches where you just could have used Carr for the quarterback sneak. You feel me? You just could have used Carr for the quarterback sneak. So why would you? This is my problem with NFL and the analytics, because you want to go with the analytics because Josh Jacobs has been dominant all game. But if you're going to go with Josh Jacobs in 4th and inches, let him run north and south. Do not let him run east and west on a 4th and inches. You get what I'm saying? We all know that Josh Jacobs is a downhill, low-level runner. He's going to run you over. He's going to run through you. So, yeah, I had some suspect questions about Josh McDaniels on play calling in certain plays, even though we could have won this game in regulation because we had 3 timeouts with 40 seconds left on the clock in the 4th quarter. Dead ass. We could have won the game in regulation with a Daniel Carlson field goal. We shouldn't even have to go into overtime. We should have took at least a shot down the field with 3 timeouts with 40 seconds. So it was some crucial things that I said about Josh McDaniels. Like, bro, don't go off the analytics. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Run downhill and run down their throats. That's what Josh Jacobs was doing all game. So Josh McDaniels, he's pretty suspect with me when it comes to play calling and clock managing. The defense gave up 34 points. Yeah, I completely understand that the defense gave up 34 points, but we got a stop when it mattered. It gave up 34 points, but we stopped a possible offensive rookie of the year in Kenneth Walker III. Kenneth Walker III has been terrorizing the league for the last 11 weeks since he became the starter. Terrorizing the league. Him and Dameon Pierce. And we shut both of those guys down. Even though, yes, I don't like the fact that we gave up 34 points. I don't like that either. But the Kenneth Walker was only averaging 1.9 yards a carry. 1.9 yards a carry against our front four, which our front four has been suspect all year when it comes to the run game, when it comes up the middle, especially the D tackles. So pursuing on the outside, Andrew Billings was playing well. Like they played really well, but I understand our secondary is where we're suspect at. Our secondary is where we suspect at. That's just me. All right, cool. I'm gonna definitely check it out. What's going on, Johnny Jake Jr. Moore? What's going on, brother? A pitch play on 4th inches inside the 10, kicking a field goal on 3rd down. Yeah, I seen that. Raider Allegiance 1 game at a time, but the effort is promising. Yes. Shout out to Raider Allegiance too, man. If y'all have not subscribed to my boy Raider Allegiance, make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to his channel. That man goes live every morning, 7 days a week. I think it's 7 days a week. 7 days a week. And this man is, I don't even want to call you boy because I know I don't want to belittle you or anything. I'm a girl. I'm an old head. Don't mind me. But this grown man is on his grind. Make sure y'all subscribe to Raider Allegiance, man. Make sure y'all go do that. Still not a fan of Josh McDaniels. I'm not either. I'm not a fan of Josh McDaniels either. I completely agree with you, Dominique Fobb. I think he's one of the dumbest head coaches in football. The dumbest. Because if any other coach would have actually seen it was 4th inches and you had a Josh Jacobs in the backfield, he wouldn't have called no sweep. Number one. And number two, he probably would have used a quarterback sneak with their quarterback, regardless who's back there under center. He's one of the dumbest head coaches in football. I'm not a fan of Josh McDaniels, but at the end of the day, we win the game. And I think for me personally, for what I've saw out there yesterday, the team is playing for the team. The team is not playing for Josh. I can't say they're not playing for Josh McDaniels. I'm not going to say that. But what I am going to say, they play good. They play good football. Salute Spotlight. What's going on, Al Ghost? Al Ghost was good. Untouchable Raider 1960, Gus Bradley or Patrick Graham. I don't like either of these guys, but I'll prefer Gus Bradley. Gus Bradley was better as a defensive coordinator for the Raiders than Patrick Graham is. I don't know what the hell Patrick Graham is doing. I don't know what his scheme is. He confuses me. Even though Gus Bradley he was better than Patrick Graham as a Raiders defensive coordinator, but I would take Gus Bradley over Patrick Graham right now. I'll definitely take that. Nicholas, our defense doesn't get turnovers. Only Crosby and the only player on defense to get sacks. He wasn't the only one that got sacks last night, though. That's the thing. He wasn't the only one that got sacks. I think our real issue with the defensive line is our D tackle position. That's what really killed us. But against the run, we played really well. Andrew Billings got mad. Andrew Billings, if you look at it, if you ever get the NFL app, make sure you get NFL Plus. Because this is what I want to start doing. I want to start doing breakdowns of certain players that we really don't see on the game and watch the all 22 film. I really want to start doing that. Because as I watch the all 22 film, Andrew Billings been playing well. He's been getting pressures. Only reason why we don't talk about Andrew Billings is because Max Crosby is the star on that defensive line. But the last couple of games, the last 2 or 3 games, Andrew Billings been playing well. But you just don't see it. See, that's the thing. We look at stats all the time, and we don't look at productivity. But sometimes productivity doesn't mean they have to be stats. What are you doing to just contribute? Sometimes you can contribute and you don't have to be in the limelight. Only reason why Max Crosby get his, Max Crosby's going to get his. Let's keep it a buck. Max Crosby's going to get his. Let's keep it real. But Andrew Billings been playing well. He has been. And that's coming from watching the film. So if you have NFL Plus on your phone or on your mobile device, I advise you to pay that $10 a month if you want to see the coach's film. Because the coach's film does not lie. We see certain players in the game be like, what the hell are they doing? And then you look at the last 5 games they played. Damn, they played well, but the national television don't tell that. You know? So, yeah. So if the Raiders beat the Chargers, do we still have a chance? Listen, I'm taking it one game at a time. And what we're focusing on right now is the Chargers. They're beat up right now. They almost damn near dead last in run defense. We got to take advantage of that while they're injured at this point, because they got a lot of injured players over there. So yeah, we got to take it one day at a time, y'all. One day at a time. One game at a time. OL and White 2 carries for 28 yards, looking better. I love those runs by Zamir White. What? I love those runs by Zamir White. I loved it. Give that man the ball a little bit more. I like the three-headed monster with Josh Jacobs, Amir Abdullah, and Zamir White. I love that three-headed monster. Me personally. I love the three-headed monster. Brandon Bolden is the odd man out. Simple as that. For this offense, Brandon Bolden is the odd man out. You'll see what Zamir White can do when he gets in the game. You see what Amir Abdullah brings another element to the running back committee by catching the ball off the backfield. Then you have Josh Jacobs that has improved over the years. To catch the ball off the backfield. That's been one of Josh Jacobs' weaknesses, was to catch the ball off the backfield. And now he's doing it, catching one-handed passes and all that. I take it. I don't get it. What you mean you don't get it, Johnny? I don't care what y'all say. I'm looking forward to a playoff run. The problem, see, Fluffy Campos, I appreciate your opinion, bro. But one thing about this Raiders team, you can't put expectations on it. You notice that, right? You can't put expectations. That's why I say I'm taking it one game at a time. Because you can't put expectations on this team. We have high expectations coming into the season. High, like AFC Championship high. And look what our record is. So now we gotta fight back and make a run, because these AFC teams is not easy, man. If you playing in this conference, the AFC is not easy. It's not easy at all. So I'm taking it one game at a time, man. One game at a time. Just let the pieces fall into place. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I take that. You know what I'm saying? I take that. Adam Young says, what do you think about the team's locker room 3 weeks ago? And they looked like they didn't want to win, but now everybody is happy. It seems to really like McDumbass. I don't think they like McDaniels. I think they tolerate him because he's the head coach. I don't think they like him, but I think they tolerate him. I think these players are playing for each other. Ever since Derek Carr came out with his emotional speech and how he put his heart on the line, and all the buildup of 9 years of suffering, the 9 years of losing. You feel me? So you got to look at it from a perspective like Carr was fed up. Derek Carr was fed up. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him being fed up for 9 years. In 9 years, you give me 6 different coordinators. 9 years, you give me 6 different coaches. I lose Henry Ruggs, our first round pick, to a car accident because he wanted to be drinking and driving. Derek Carr only had 1 or 2 good number 1 receivers in 9 years, which was Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree. Derek Carr never had a top 10 defense in his career in the 9 years that he's here. So yeah, all that is built up. Him breaking his leg, him breaking his back, him having injury after injury. It's a lot that's built up of 9 years, and he's poured it all out. I guess they saw it. I guess they saw how he felt. And even what Devontae Adams said, we need more dogs on this team. That was an eye-opener for this team too. So these players are playing for each other. But I don't think they like McDaniels, but they tolerate him because he's the head coach, unfortunately. What about the corner? You could talk about Damon Arnett? That's what you talk about, Hector? What's going on, Robert Penner? What's going on, my brother? What's goody, my guy? What's goody, my guy? How are you? The only thing I don't like is when they scheme to stop someone defensively and they still can't keep some players from scoring multiple touchdowns. Who are you talking about, J Nels? Talking about our defense? Because in our defense, like I said before, man, like we used to give up a lot of yards per carry when it comes to the running back position. We used to give up a lot of yards on the ground league. And then we went up against two rookies, almost offensive rookie of the year, that almost got 1,000 yards rushing for both of them, which is Damian Pierce and Kenneth Walker III. Those guys is, you know, they not no slouches. And the fact that we held Kenneth Walker to under 2 yards a carry, that's impressive for a front line that's been struggling all year. What's going on, Amazing Blue? What's going on? I hope I said your name right. What about our secondary? Our secondary stinks, man. Enough said. Our secondary stinks, man. We can't get a pick. I mean, our linebackers got a pick, but I feel like the Deron Harmon pick should have been a pick, in my opinion. Anthony Everett is trash. Rock Ya-Sin is all right. I really like Sam Webb. Sam Webb is pretty dope. I do like Sam Webb. I think he had 5 tackles yesterday. Silently. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? When it comes to players that you don't see. Sam Webb had 5 total tackles and 5 solo yesterday. So I'm sitting here like, I barely saw this man during the game. But if you look at the stats and you look at it on paper and you look at the All-22 film, he was flying across the field. I'm like, oh shit. Fluffy Cable said, yes, sir. Fight back and make the run sound right. Salute Spotlight Raiders. Salute to the chat. And a Raiders fan since 1991. I've been a Raiders fan since 98, bro. No, 97. I'm thinking, 97. Spot, thanks for hanging in there with us yesterday. I appreciate it. No problem, man. It's coming back every Sunday, bro. It's coming back every Sunday to do these games, man, until the season is over. Our players would just have to help mold McDaniels into being a good player coach, which it isn't in Denver after a 6-0 start. Losing at the beginning of our season will humble you. Absolutely, BL. It would definitely humble you. And mind you, this is only his second stint as a head coach. So even though that he's older and mature as a person, but he's still a rookie. To me, he's still a rookie head coach. He's not a veteran head coach. So with McDaniels, yeah, he has all the experience in the world as a coordinator, but the experience as being an actual head coach and running a full 53-man roster team with the staff that you have coming in, bruh, I gotta say, you can't have that inexperienced stuff coming here. I understand you won mad Super Bowls with Tom Brady. Cool. But that was part of Bill Belichick's system that you followed and you're trying to bring here. So for me, I still feel like it's still a rookie stint for him as a head coach. J Nels, yes. What's going on, my brother? He said, where's Ed Meek? Where did he play yesterday? Don't call seeing him. Actually, the DK Metcalf controversial call, who was defending DK Metcalf? Amik Robinson. Amik Robinson was on DK Metcalf for the controversial catch. He was there. If you go back and look at it, bro, go back and look at it. He was there. He was there yesterday. He was. I didn't understand why Patrick Graham had a short ass Amik Robinson on a DK Metcalf in the first place. Like what? Amik Robinson is like 5'8". He's like 5'8". Like what? But Amik Robinson was out there. He was out there for the controversial call. Christopher B. Norbert said, do you think we should draft a defense the first round? I think we should get a guy from Alabama if we can get a first round linebacker or the best player on the board. To me, I think it got to be the best player on the board. It got to be the best player on the board because that's the one thing that we have done in the last couple of years of the draft. And I really don't want to talk about the draft right now because the Raiders are actually 1-2 straight games. But I got to say this, though. Like, I think it got to be the best player available. The best player. You got the best overall player in this draft at that pick. You can't pass up on a talent. You just can't. You just can't pass up on a talent. So if I'm Josh McDaniels in this draft and we got a top 10 pick, unfortunately, if we do, you got to go with the best player available. Best player on the board, in my opinion. Guess what, nation? Who knew Brian Edwards would be playing with Mahomes? I say facts. What y'all think? What you mean? He's not playing with Mahomes. He's playing with Mariota. He's playing with Mariota. But we barely see him. That's a fact. We barely see him. Let me get to this. Let me get to this real quick though. Hold on, I'm gonna get to y'all questions, man. But shout out to my boy right here. Shout out to my boy J Rowe for the $5 super chat. Let me pause this real quick. Shout out to J Rowe for the $5 super chat.
Touchdown, Raiders!
He said, I think these dudes may be starting to believe in themselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. I really think they started believing in themselves ever since the Derek Carr speech. Ever since the Derek Carr speech. Ever since. Ever since. They believed. They believed. Guess what? Oh, yeah. BL said, what about Hobbs? For what I've heard, that Nate Hobbs was supposed to come back against the Seattle Seahawks, but they try to back off on it to make sure that he's still healing that broken hand. I want to see him back this week against the Chargers, but I kind of really doubt it. I really doubt it if we're going to see him next week. I want to see him next week to help out this secondary, but unfortunately, things happen as part of the injury. As I know right now, he was supposed to come back against the Seahawks, but they changed their mind. They changed their mind on it. Despite the fact that Carr would be our QB next season, do you think the GM and McDermott will get a rookie quarterback in the 3rd or 4th round? Green thins, bro. Carr's going to be back. Carr will be back next season. Let's keep it real. Carr will be back next season. But do I think that the Raiders will draft a quarterback in the later rounds? Is a possibility. I think they will still draft a quarterback. But will it be in the 1st, 2nd, or 3rd round? No. I think it'll be a 4th rounder. It'll be a 4th rounder. Carr will still be our starter. Carr is going to remain a Raider. He's not going anywhere, y'all. And that's what a lot of Raiders fans have to realize. Until Josh McDaniels is ready to get rid of Carr, then that's when Carr decides to retire and remain a Raider. Because I don't think Carr wants to play in a different uniform. Just doesn't. Who is your favorite wide receiver on the Raiders? Is that all time? Is that all time? Because right now it's Devontae Adams. If it's right now, it's Devontae Adams. That's a no-brainer. True that. Okay. Enjoy your show, my guy. No problem, man. Thank you, Christopher. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Make sure you share it out on Facebook, yo. Derek is a good leader. He is a good leader. He is a good leader. He has his beliefs. You know what I'm saying? He has his beliefs. DC is a great leader. Yes. Derek, yes, he is. He absolutely is. I'm a big fan of Derek Carr, but I get on him when he plays like shit. I get on him when he plays like shit. I do. Anthony Everett been bad. Yes, like I thought he was good with the Ravens, though. That's what killed me. He was good with the Ravens. So I'm sitting here like, we picked him up for what? Or is it the scheme that he doesn't fit? That could be the case too. Or I like how McDaniels in those locker room videos gets right into talking about the next week opponent, stirring the focus onto the Chargers is more important than the game ball. That's a fact. I mean, but he did have to give the game ball to Josh Jacobs, which we got to get into that too. We got to get into Josh Jacobs, man. The guy was a one-man wrecking crew. One-man wrecking crew. You could tell me nothing about Josh Jacobs the way he was balling. Boy did his thing. The boy did his thing. That's why I'm wearing number 28 today. I'm wearing number 28 today. I've been wearing it since yesterday. I don't care. I don't care at all. When is the call-ins happening? I'm gonna try to open it up soon. I'm gonna try to open it up soon. Wow, you gonna try to call up? You gonna try to call up? John Rader, what's good, my brother? What's good, my brother? The Rams game would be more calm. Aaron Donald was. It was. Yeah, he has a high ankle sprain. Wow. I mean, Aaron Donald's a one-man record crew. I think he's still going to play. He's going to play until he try to win another Super Bowl. That's just me. When the people are going to wake up and realize for the last decade, Derek Carr is the Raiders. That's a fact. He is the Raiders. He is for the last decade. Absolutely. Haha, just wanted to see Spotlight Raiders reaction because Brian Edwards just signed with the Chiefs. You just didn't know. What? He signed with the Chiefs? Get the... No way. Am I bugging? That's the truth, y'all. Please confirm this. So I'm about to research it right now, Fluffy Campos. I'm about to research it right now because he was traded to the... We traded him to the Falcons. Like, what? No. Oh, so he cleared waivers. Are you serious? You gotta be bugging me right now, man. Yo. Now we gotta face this guy in our division? Oh my God. But he signed to the practice squad. He's not on the 53-man roster. He signed to the practice squad. I really think Brian Edwards has the talent. I really think he do. The Atlanta Falcons did not utilize Brian Edwards in whatsoever. They didn't utilize him. They didn't put him on the field. The boy was hurt. The boy was not hurt in Atlanta. No, he was the Atlanta Falcon. We traded him to the Atlanta Falcons. And then when that's what happened. They drafted Drake London. That's what happened. They drafted Drake London, and then that took away from Brian Edwards. And then you had Kyle Pitts over there too. Damn, Brian Edwards. I have mad potential for Brian Edwards as a Raider. I really did. I really did have potential for Brian Edwards. I really did. All right, just give me a second, y'all. I'm going to open up the lines a little bit. Just give me 1 second. Edwards is going to start against us. I see it. Wow. Yeah, they did sign Melvin Gordon too. I thought that was hilarious. Oh, I thought that was hilarious when they did that. I thought it was hilarious when they did that, bro. Seriously. I'm trying to get the phone call set up right now, y'all. I'm trying to get it set up right now. So just bear with me. So I'm trying something completely different now. So um I'm trying something completely different. So just bear with me while I try to get this thing to work. Yeah, I'm trying to I'm trying something completely new on this app. So unfortunately, it has to happen that way. We're definitely going to have the Dirty Eric. What's going on, Dirty Eric? Raider Dangerfield. What's going on, Jason Marshall? I'm sorry, bro. But what's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's up? What's up? Thank y'all for tuning into the show. We really do appreciate everybody, man. Really do appreciate everybody. So let me see here. I gotta forget the device and do it over. And I gotta get the headphones too. So hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. I'm having issues. Give me a second. Can y'all hear me? Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. I want to make sure y'all can hear me. I hope so. We get us a Jalen Ramsey or a Jalen Ramsey type. He is a good Raider, young trash tracker with talent. Okay, okay. All right, so I'm gonna try this now. Don't mind me. Don't mind me because I'm gonna have to call in to be a host real quick for this phone call. So don't mind it right now. Don't mind it. Just don't mind me hearing this right now.
Hello. Please enter your six-digit conference code. Welcome to free conference calling. The conference has not started. If you are the host, please enter your four-digit host code to open the conference. If you are not the host, please press the start. We will now connect you to your call. You are the first attendee in this conference. Your host has joined.
All right, so I am joined, ladies and gentlemen. I am joined in. So we definitely about to have this thing on and popping right now. So I'm going to put the banner up for the number. Take the ticker off. So I'm gonna call. Want to call into the show and talk to your boy? That's what you do. 612 421 0954. Access code 144347. If you want to call up to the show. If you want to call up to the show and talk about it, and you want your voice to be heard on the Spotlight Raiders Talk, make sure y'all come up and hear what you got to say, man. I would love to hear and conversate with y'all. I would love to hear and conversate with y'all. I'm doing something completely different, y'all. Completely different on a conference call. So, if y'all want to call up to the show, we would love to have you. We would love to have you. I can't believe that 12 weeks into the season, we only played 4 home games. That is crazy. We only played 4 home games? That's insane. That is really, really, really insane. That is really, really, really insane. That's crazy to me. But we are in the building, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time ever being at the YouTube page, we highly suggest that y'all subscribe and hit the bell button. The latest news in all sports news and all Raiders news, man. Welcome to the SkyTel pager, 1-800-MIX-A-LOT. What about the table? Oh, I totally forgot about it. Damn. I totally forgot about it. I apologize. I totally forgot about it. Not the Sky pager, not the SkyTel pager, Raider Allegiance, not the SkyTel pager. I'm going to the New Year's game. I wanted to go to that, but it's in the cold, bro. It was in the cold, bro. I was not doing it. Not in the cold. I wasn't doing it, man. I wasn't doing it. I would love to do it in if it was in the summertime, I would have went to the game. If it was in the summertime, I would have went to the game. 4 out of the last 6 are at home and 1 road game in LA, which is the Rams, right? So make sure if y'all want to call up to the show, man. What's going on, Jesse Cardenas? What's going on? 612-414-221-0954. Access code 144347 if you want to call up to the show. We'll love to hear your reaction. We'll love to hear how you felt about the game. Let your voice be heard. You don't have to write in the comments all the time. You do not have to write in the comments every single time. We'll love to, if you want to hear your voice on the show, if you want your voice to be heard, this is right here at the Spotlight Raiders Talk for the Reaction Monday. So if you want to get your call on, we got it right here, man. We got it right here. D-Minutes, you gonna be there? Oh, that's dope, man. I would love to go to the Pittsburgh game, but that's on, but not on New Year's. That's on Christmas Eve. They're not going to that. Christmas Eve. I'm not doing that. Not doing that at all. Christmas Eve. No, I'm not doing that at all. Absolutely not. No way, Jose. I'm not doing it. But game balls, man. Game balls goes out to Josh Jacobs. Game ball goes out to Max Crosby. These 2 guys has been balling. He's in your room. They played well. They played very, very well. Hector Horta says, can you shout out my YouTube channel? Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to Hector Horta Jr. Make sure y'all go subscribe to him. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I don't know how many subscribers that he has, but make sure y'all go and subscribe to his channel. Absolutely. So shout out to Max Crosby, man. Max Crosby was on a tear yesterday. The 2 crucial downs that we needed to win the football game, we did. He absolutely did. And this guy balled out for us when we needed it, man. It just and you know, the D tackle room gets game ball. I think the whole D line. I'm gonna shout out the whole D line. I think the D line get a game ball just because we stopped the running game, and that's been one of our biggest issues on defense is stopping the running game, especially up the middle. That's been our number one thing. We totally stopped. Kenneth Walker III has been dominating and just balling out against all these defenses until he got to us. Under 2 yards of carry. Can't beat that at all. Definitely can't beat that. I give 1 game ball to Carr. He didn't give up after the 2 picks. He got 3 touchdowns for the first time since 2019. That's a game ball too. But Josh Jacobs gets the game ball. He gets the game ball. Josh Jacobs, 303 all-purpose yards in this game. All total yards. He had 229 rushing. And he had 74 receiving. That's 303 yards. As a running back. He had 303 yards as an individual. The most teams in the NFL had total as an offense That makes it even more crazy. That's insane. If you can tell me that you have one player that can have just as much as total yards overall as an individual, that have more offensive total yards than a whole offense in the NFL, he's the GOAT. He is the GOAT. The 86-yard TD was crazy. I saw that, and there goes that bad man. Did you see my reaction, John Reader? Did you see my reaction, though? That's the crazy part. Did you see my reaction? My reaction video was hilarious. It's the Adam effect taking place, open up holes for Jacobs. That's a fact. But what's one thing we gotta keep it real, y'all? We gotta keep it real with ourselves. This offensive line played phenomenal yesterday. We're gonna talk about the defensive line. We damn sure gotta talk about the offensive line. And that offensive line played really, really well yesterday. 1 sack on Derek Carr. Just one. And when it came to the run game, that offensive line opened up a huge hole with an 86-yard run for Josh Jacobs. Yeah, Dylan Parham got beat a few times. Illuminor had a false start. That happens. That's part of the game. That is part of the game. But at the end of the day, this offensive line played really well, kept a clean pocket for Carr. And that's what I was saying in the beginning of the year, that you do not change up your offensive line. Stop switching them in and out. Keep the same core. Because if you keep the same core in an offensive line, you have to see it from, okay, these guys are gelling. These are the guys I'm going to stick with for the rest of the year. And you see that continuity every single week. You've seen it every single week. You can't tell me that compared from week 1 to week 12, if you would have kept that same 5 in. Understand that Aaron Munford, they wanted to try him out. But you can't do these free trials in NFL games. You got to keep the Colton Miller. You got to keep the Dylan Parham. You got Andre James at center. You got Illuminor at right tackle. And Alex Bars as the right guard. You gotta be more consistent with your offensive line if you want to succeed and actually win games. That's what you want to do. You feel me? That's what you want to do. So personally, the offensive line and that defensive line played really, really well for us yesterday. And nobody can tell us different. Nobody can tell us different. We on a 2-game win streak. The Chargers barely beat the Cardinals. Barely. Which we should have beat the Cardinals convincingly. We should have 5 wins under our belt instead of 4. So when it comes down to it, this game next week is going to be crucial. It's going to be a very, very crucial game. This is a divisional game. We need that. We need that dub for next week, for this week. If y'all do want to call up to the show, the phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. The phone lines are open, 612-421-0954. Access code 1444347. If you want to call up and talk to me in person instead of talk to me in the chat, we would love for y'all to hear your voice and let your voice be heard, ladies and gentlemen. Raider Nation, we definitely here for the Reaction Monday. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure y'all follow me on all social medias, which is at Instagram, Spotlight Raiders Talk, and Twitter, Spotlight Raiders Talk. Let's sign AB and Gruden resign. Oh my God, Fluffy Campos. Really? Really? We're not signing no AB. AB is delusional, bro. John Gruden probably won't coach in the NFL again. He probably won't. I can see John Gruden going. If he does, he goes to college. But I just don't see that happening either because he's so stuck in his old ways. That's the only problem with John Gruden. He's so stuck in his old ways. And his old ways is staying in that 2002 style offense. Yes, I understand you want to run the ball, but in college football, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen in college football. It's just not. If friends with Carr and Hunter is active and Waller is active, if Waller, I'm not concerned about Waller. I'm not caring about Waller the rest of the year. I'm just not. I'm not caring about Darren Waller the rest of the year. I'm not. Because, and I'm going to be honest with you, Darren Waller, he cut the check and he went straight to the trainer's table. That's what somebody told me yesterday. He went straight to the trainer's table yesterday. So I just sat there and been like, what? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't care for Waller right now. Because he got his big fat check and all of a sudden he has a hamstring injury again. Screw that. Screw that. Because at the end of the day, that boy did what needed to be done. I see that's why everybody lied. You see why everybody lied. That's where everybody at. They in these lies right here. It's cool. Yeah, the Chiefs, the Chiefs signed Brian Edwards and Melvin Gordon, unfortunately. That happens. That happens. But yeah, I figured everybody was gonna be live around this time. That's why my chat is the way it is. Give me 1 second, y'all. But yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm not gonna be on here too long. I'm gonna start coming on here more consistent and talking more Raiders football with y'all. I thought, I would have did the reaction Monday. I seen that 90% of my vote did say, reaction Monday. And people, wanted to come in and talk about the game. But we didn't. We really didn't get. I got into the game, but we really didn't get into the game. But I did give out some game balls. I've been saying Waller has been a diva since last year. Been wanting the Raiders to trade him. Talk box 360. I'm at a point where it's evident. It's evident that it's time to trade Waller. It is time. People are like, no, don't get rid of Waller. We just signed him to a new contract. This and this. Just screw all that. I don't think Waller's back on drugs. I actually disagree with that. Fluffy Campbell. I don't think he's back on drugs. But what I do think is that he lost the love for the game. He lost the love for the game. We do not want to play. He do not want to play football. I don't care what nobody say. You don't see the same passion in Darren Waller do you see in Max Crosby, and they almost had the same crossroad. Let's keep it real. They had the same crossroad. There's no way you almost have the same crossroad, and Max Crosby is going just as harder as you. I don't care what position you play. You go out there and put in 110%. Every time you step on that and step on that field. And Darren Waller has not done that. Understanding Hunter Renfrow's year, a little bit more difficult. Concussions, hip injury. Injuries happen. But we're talking about a Darren Waller from last year that been nursing a hamstring since last year. No, I don't have no excuse for him. Time for him to go. We extended him for what? Just to sit on the sideline and watch us lose and not help us try to win? No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not for it. And I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. But I'm here for it when it comes to Waller. Waller, if you listen to this, hey, say what you gotta say, bro. Say what you gotta say. Because Are you here for the shield or are you here for the check? What is it? What is it? Josh Jacobs is fighting for a goddamn check at this point, and he's showing that he's more deserving of a check than you are. So Waller, nip that in the bud, bro, because I'm so tired of talking about Darren Waller. Is Darren Waller coming back? Da-da-da. I don't think Darren Waller makes a goddamn difference if he's here. They didn't pick up his 5th-year option for Josh Jacobs. He's fighting for a contract. No matter where he goes, which I wish he stays in the silver and black. But Josh Jacobs is fighting for a contract. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I was mad when we re-signed him. He only had 2 years left. But everybody was talking about, we need to extend Waller. I was one of them. And I'm going to sit there and be that one. I'm going to sit there and be that one. Because I was that one. We need to sign Waller because Waller was one of the best tight ends in the league at that time. I've been saying that. But at the end of the day, it's time to trade Waller. It's time to trade him. He needs a new scenery. And I just hope that if whatever team that he goes to, I do not want that same thing. I just really hope they nip it in the bud right now. Cleveland Farrell, he declined his 5th-year option. We declined Jonathan Abram's 5th-year option. We declined Josh Jacobs' 5th-year option. But this is what we do? And not give Josh Jacobs his contract, but we give one to Waller when Waller has not done shit in 2 years? Please. How the hell did Waller ever get a seal in his chest? I don't know. Bro. I have no clue. I have no clue at all. But if y'all do want to call up to the show, I'm going to say this is the last call for people to call up to the show. Last call for people to call up to the show, 612-412-0954. I know it's other people live, other Raider content creators are live, and I understand y'all really gravitate over to them. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm still going to tune on to my show. I got 15 minutes left before we end it. 15 minutes left before we end it, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, make sure you call up and stop putting that Trump stuff before I block you. Stop putting that Trump stuff before I block you, man. You definitely don't want that work, Fluffy. I'm not getting political on here. I'm not. I'm not doing it. But let me know what y'all think, man. If y'all do want to come up on here, let me know. Look, you know what? Screw that. I'm going to end the calls. Because people asked for it, and I had the lines open. Nobody called. So all the questions that you have for me up here, ask me. Any Raiders questions, any football question, I definitely take it. But I'm gonna start being live. I'm gonna try to go live, 3 times a week, which is Sundays during the game, Monday and Wednesday. I'm gonna try to do Thursdays too, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet due to my scheduling. I'm really trying to manage out my schedule because I still got homework to do after I get off here. I still have homework to do. So even though I'm back to school full time. Shout out to D-Max59, bro.
Touchdown Raiders!
D-Max59, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Yeah, I agree. I don't want Waller representing the Raiders anymore, unfortunately. I just don't. I just think he's a bad reputation right now. And, you're nursing a hamstring since the Bengals game of last year. You're nursing up Bengals games since last year. Why are you wasting our time wearing a Raiders uniform? Stop wasting our time. That's why I never bought a Waller jersey. It was just something about me trying to get a number 83 Waller jersey. It just wasn't my fault. Just something in me told me not to get that jersey. And that's why I did. Dirty Eric said, what do you think about Josh McDaniels' play call? On what play call exactly? The play calling like overall as a game plan? If it's overall as a game plan, then what I'm gonna say is this. Like I said at the beginning of this live stream, it was very, very crucial calls. Very, very crucial calls. And those crucial calls, especially on the 4th and inches. So I keep hearing that the defensive coordinator and his type of players of his team, would the Browns linebacker JOK fit this scheme? I will definitely get to that in a little bit. Talk box 360. I'm gonna answer this question first. Like I said in the beginning of the show, I did state that Josh McDaniels has some questionable calls. He did have questionable calls due to the fact that it was a 4th and inches and you want to run a sweep 2 yards deep in the backfield. I thought that was stupid. I thought it was dumb. Like, NFL coaches go off analytics so much. They go off analytics so much to a point where you overthink the simple things. You overthink the simple things. And when you overthink the simple things in football, you make it complicated. Why complicate things? And that's the problem with Josh McDaniels. He is complicating things where it's 4th and inches, you do a quarterback sneak, or you have a Josh Jacobs and run straight downhill with him. Why are you trying to go east-west on 4th and inches? I just think that was a bad call. It was a bad play call by Josh McDaniels. But outside, then the game management in the 4th quarter. The game management in the 4th quarter, I had an issue with too. Because we had 3 timeouts with 40 seconds left. We could have got in position to win the game in regulation. We understand the drama of winning the game in overtime and selling it for overtime because we won last week. I can completely understand that. But why we got to go to overtime just to win games? Why we got to go to overtime just to win games? Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real. So 40 seconds left on the clock in the 4th quarter. We had 3 timeouts. We ran the ball 3 times. I did not like it at all. I hated that. But for the most part, this play caller was suspect. But other than that, Carr and the fans made it happen. Carr and the fans definitely made it happen. Turn my music back. I'm kind of missing the music. But yeah, personally, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go to the next question here, and I'm gonna head out in a few minutes. I'm gonna head out. Talk box 360. Talk box 360. So I keep hearing about a defensive coordinator and his type of players for his scheme. Would the Browns linebacker JOK fit this scheme? I haven't really watched JOK play since he came out of Notre Dame. I'm gonna be completely honest. Once he got drafted to the Browns, I did not watch him play. So I don't know if he fit the scheme or not. I have no clue. I have no clue. We should never took a delay. That's the problem. We should never took a delay. In my opinion, we had 3 timeouts. At least throw the ball at least once or twice to get some yards. I don't settle for 3 run plays with 3 timeouts in 40 seconds. At least take a shot down the field, get 10 to 15 yards or something. Because overtimes are not guaranteed in the NFL. The overtimes are not guaranteed. Yes, we won against Denver last week, but I was not expecting an 86-yard walk-off. You know? Yeah, he didn't know what to do. He should have known that earlier. And I bet you, but you know what, Rodney? I bet you nobody in the press conference even asked him that question about that. I bet you nobody asked him that question. I bet you nobody did. Because I listened to the press conference. I did not hear not one question about the 40 seconds with 3 timeouts. We'll see. We'll see when we play the Niners. We'll see y'all this year. We will see y'all this year. I cannot wait. Even though if we don't make the playoffs or whatever, this is the game I want to win. Is against these whiners. He really looked down at his play sheet for 10 seconds before saying field goal. My God. Josh McDaniels is something else, bro. Josh McDaniels is something else. Something wrong with that man. For real. Something wrong with that man. I was wondering why he didn't do anything with 48 seconds left. Okay. I was the same way with you, bro. I was the same way. Like, we had 3 timeouts with 48 seconds. There's no way we don't try to win the game in regulation there. It was mind-boggling to me. It was mind-boggling to me. But if we beat the Chargers next week, we're officially alive. Listen, I'm taking it one game at a time. One thing about being a Raiders fan, do not expect expectations. I am not expecting any expectations. If we keep winning, we keep winning. But I'm not putting no expectations on nothing. I'm just going with the ride right now. I'm just riding the boat right now. You know? So I feel you. The next 3, Chargers, Rams, Pats, Steelers. I'm taking it one game at a time, my bro. As much as I don't love Josh, the players clearly love him. I talked about that earlier, but I'm going to talk about that real quick. I think we all agree it was one of the head scratchers. One called the pitch on 4th and 1 was another. It was actually 4th and inches. And I just talked about that too. But I'm not a big fan of Josh McDaniels. And you know what though? Even though it shows that the team likes Josh McDaniels, the players like him, I think they don't like him on a low low. I think they just tolerate him. That's just me in my suspense. I think they don't like Josh McDaniels, but I think they tolerate him. Big difference, you know. He's the head coach, but I feel like ever since Derek Carr came out and said what he said about this football team, that's when we beat the Broncos. That's when we beat the Seahawks. This was a momentum game. I mean, if we didn't blow 2 17-point leads, we'll be 6-5. That's a fact. And I think they're coming. I think the Raiders are trying to come around that corner, man. But I think I like him way more than Gruden. I wasn't a big fan of either. I wasn't a big fan of McDaniels, and I wasn't a big fan of Gruden. But I try to give McDaniels the benefit of the doubt because his stint in Denver was not that great. I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I just couldn't. But at the end of the day, man, remember Jacobs was saying, now we can breathe. Facts. He did say that too. 3 weeks ago, I hated him, and now I find myself defending him. Who, Josh McDaniels? I'm not defending him at all. Or are we talking about Derek Carr? I don't know who we talking about there. this team is playing live or die from here on out. Facts. And that's how the fans is feeling. Live or die. That's how the fans are feeling. We were saying the same thing when Gruden first came in, and when we win, we come with that. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, I was never a big fan of John Gruden, and I never will be. I was not a big fan of his old-fashioned 2002 offense, and he couldn't keep up with today's NFL. I was not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that. Pump the brakes on Gruden thing. Gruden had built something. It was coming together until that shit happened. Like I said, I was not a big fan of John Gruden. I was not a big fan of him coming back. I felt like I don't think he was building something special. I just didn't. I mean, we could agree to disagree. I just think he just wasn't. Just gotta get 6 or 7, and then it's exactly like last year. LOL. Facts. Going to have to beat the Chiefs instead of the Chargers this year to get the 10-7 and get in. Hey, yo, this is going to be a stressful game. That's going to be a stressful game. That's going to be a stressful game, man. I'm not expecting. Listen, no expectations for Spotlight. I have no expectations at all. I'm taking it one game at a time. I'm just riding till the wheels fall off. That's what I'm doing. One game at a time. So with that being said, y'all, I am going to head out, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to head out. I want to thank everyone. I want to thank everyone for being in the live stream today. It's been very fun talking to y'all, talking about the game, and Josh Jacobs doing his thing. Like I said, 303 total yards on the ground. Max Crosby balling. Devontae Adams with a spectacular catch. The defensive line, the offensive line played really, really well. Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If this is your first time ever being at the Spotlight Raiders Talk, we highly suggest that you subscribe and hit the bell button and get the latest news at All Raiders News. For All Raiders News that's going to be coming out, I will be uploading strictly from my phone, and we'll be talking more. I might have a preview video out for y'all this week. I might do a preview live stream this week, depending on how I feel. So thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another Reaction Monday. Didn't get any calls today. Didn't get any calls today, but we thank you so much for tuning in to another Spotlight Raiders Talk Live. And hit that sub, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to Off the Ball Network. Make sure that's the home of the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Off the Ball Network. Make sure y'all go subscribe over there. Get them to 300 subscribers, and that is my home of the Spotlight Raiders Talk, which is the Off the Ball Network. Thank y'all so much for being into another show of the Spotlight Raiders Talk, and we'll see you in the next live stream or in the next video. Peace, love, and happiness. And before we go, I'm going to do this one more time.
Touchdown, Raiders!
I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. Hi, my name is AJ Cole, and I'm the punter for the Las Vegas Raiders, and you are now watching Spotlight Raiders Talk.